One of ESPN's best-known SportsCenter anchors, Sage Steele, has been taken off the air. She has tested positive for COVID just days after she made several controversial statements on a podcast about ESPN's vaccine mandate, after she suggested that some females court harassment due to their wardrobe choices, and said this about former President Barack Obama's racial background while addressing her own racial identity.
They were wondering, they're like, why is it so important to you to say that you're biracial? I'm like, because my mom's white, she's Irish Italian, and my dad's black. And I'm like, why not? Like, I actually feel like I have the best of both worlds. Barack Obama chose black and he's biracial. I'm like, well, congratulations to the president. That's his thing. I think that's fascinating considering his black dad was nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you. I'm going to do me.
Joining us now to talk about this is Cari Champion. She is the host of Stick to Sports, Naked with Cari Champion, and a former ESPN anchor. Cari, your reaction to this on Twitter caught our eye. You said in part, "My dad wasn't around when I was younger. I'm still black." I wonder what you felt when you heard Sage Steele saying that.
I think two things that were happening. As you mentioned, even in describing who she is, she's very popular. She is really well known. And I think a lot of people, myself included, before I even started working at ESPN, Sage was considered a role model in a lot of ways for a lot of young brown girls. And so I think the reason why you're hearing so much about this in the community is because it's disappointing. And I think a lot of people, regardless of her experience or how she chooses to identify, for many years related to Sage as the brown girl at ESPN, or someone they could look up to or they could aspire to be like. And my reaction was simply disappointed because, first of all, it implied so many things that were hurtful. And it also shows that there's just a lack of unawareness on her part. And there was no one there to say, that sounds a little strange, don't you think, Sage, for you to say that about the former president? And it's actually disrespectful.
I also want to listen to, she talked about a lot of things and she's caught a lot of flack for many of the things she said. One was about female reporters that she has worked with. Let's listen to that.
I do think as women, we need to be responsible as well. It isn't just on players and athletes and coaches to act a certain way. I mean, I've had talks with young women who would come in and they'd intern with me, with our channel, or just other women who reach out to me now. And I've said to a couple of them, they're like, well, would you look at my tape? Would you do this? And I've said, listen, I would love to, but the way that you present yourself is not something I want to be associated with.
Yeah.
So when you dress like that, I'm not saying you deserve the gross comments, but you know what you're doing when you're putting that outfit on too.
Yeah.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, that's dumb. I don't have any other eloquent way to say that. Here is the thing. She clearly has an issue with women, but I'll say this, and it may be controversial. Her statements, while being anti-Black or making it seem as if she doesn't want to be associated with Black people because they've been mean to her or whatever she has said in the past, probably would not have been a big issue, but now she's anti-woman, and that's just a no-no. How do you tell a young girl you don't like the way she's dressed, so I don't want to mentor you or look at your tape? That's the absolute opposite of what anyone wants to hear. This business, especially in sports, which you even know what you do, this business in particular, which is a male-dominated business, really doesn't lend itself to be friendly towards women. So if you have a woman who's at the top of her game saying she's not going to help another woman because of the way she's dressed, to me, all that does is push us further down. And it's very cultural. There is this mentality that there can only be one. And she upholds that in so many ways. And here's the thing, though. I find myself in between this role of should I be compassionate towards her or should I just let her have it? Because clearly something's not right here. And I've struggled with both because I know her. I've worked with her. these comments aren't shocking to me, they're shocking to people. And now all of a sudden, she wants to talk about it in a way in which she thinks that she has taken the moral high ground. And quite frankly, all she's done is separated herself and put a division between women in a business that already puts a division between us. That makes it hard for us to get along because we feel as if we have to compete. And it's so disappointing. First, you talk about it's actually, she's talking about the president and wondering why he's not checking black. Why he is and not by race. What are you talking about? Like, just listen to that in itself. What are you saying? And then last but not least, we have so many, like myself. Like I said earlier, I really did look up to her. There was a point in time where I thought, this is it. She's the pinnacle. She's made it. And she's so anti everything that we stand for if we want to try to make it in this business.
Yeah, it is a tough business, right? And it is about reaching down for people who are coming along and helping them out. Carrie, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I do want to go ahead just and read the statement that we did get here from Sage Steele. She said, "I know my recent comments created controversy for the company, and I apologize. We are in the midst of an extremely challenging time that impacts all of us, and it's more critical," she says, "than ever that we communicate constructively and thoughtfully." ESPN has suspended her for a week, although she is, of course, at home ill, as well as we understand it. They have removed her of her duties hosting a Women in Sports Summit also.